Okay, hello, everybody.
Oh, wait a minute. I have to bring the rest of the people in. Hold on.
Okay. John, are you on board? John Kelly?
Yes, sir.
All right, pal.
He's ready. He has
Okay,
his.
John's always ready. It's
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Board of Building Standards hearing for Thursday, July 24th, 2025.
Very good. Okay, we'll get started. First case is, bear with me a second. First case is 1930 Moore Street, and we have an interpreter here.
All right.
Okay.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Daisy, and I'll be the Indonesian interpreter.
Okay. Daisy? I like that name. Good name, Daisy. All right.
Thank you.
Could you please raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I will. I do.
Yeah, okay, good. That's
Excuse
good
me,
enough.
this is the reporter. Could I have the interpreter's full name?
Daisy is my nickname. You can put Daisy Aka Rahayu Ningsih. Rahayu Ningsih is my legal name. I can spell it for you. Rahayu. Last name is N as in Nancy, I as in India, N as in Nancy, G as in golf, S as in Sam, I as in India, H as in hotel.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Daisy, are you going to interpret everything correctly and honestly?
I do.
Way to go, Daisy. Appreciate it. Okay. Don't swear me. Okay. Sir,
Yes.
could you state your name and raise your right hand?
Tolong angkat tangan kanan, sebutkan nama, dibuka semua tangannya, dibuka telapak tangannya.
Okay.
You swear to tell us the whole truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
My first name is
Yes.
Audi, Audie, and my last name is Christian, Christiaan.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Akan mengatakannya
you're good.
sejujurnya. Oke.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
that's good. All right.
Ya, turunkan tangannya.
Keep this one. So
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now we got everybody sworn in. Tom, are you here?
I am.
Please raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Wayne Miller, board member.
Amy Rivera, board member.
Ted Agus, board member.
Rudy Breck, board member.
Lynn Huber, board counsel.
I'm Matthew Ojigel and I supervisor.
Deborah Richardson, Boards Administration.
Okay, Deb, would you read that into the record,
This is
please?
case number 1 on today's agenda. MI 2022-006128 for the property at 1930 Moore Street. The appellant is in the room today.
Okay, Tom, you want to start us out here?
You have to let
So-
the interpreter.
Before we go any further, I need to ask because the appeal paperwork is filled out for a Board of License and Inspections review appeal, but there is no indication on the reason for the appeal. So is the appellant asking for additional time to make the repairs, or are they contesting the violation in its entirety?
Ada pertanyaan dari dia karena dia setelah melihat status naik bandingnya dari Board License and Inspection itu tidak ada alasan kenapa minta naik banding. Alasannya naik banding ini apakah karena kamu ingin membutuhkan waktu lebih jauh lagi untuk memperbaiki kesalahan itu ataukah ada hal yang lain?
May I speak to the interpreter? Yes.
Sure.
I'll keep it on.
Yeah, just keep the green light on.
Green lights on
That's
and you
it.
can speak into the microphone.
Langsung bicara di dalam di mic-nya aja.
Ya, Desi, semenjak aku beli rumah ini dari tahun 2006, setelah melalui inspection apa itu, so aku mengajukan kredit ke Citizens Bank. So selama sejauh ini dan kredit itu keluar, dan tidak ada masalah mengenai tidak ada yang berhubungan dengan departemen ini. Dan baru beberapa waktu terakhir ini aku kok heran kenapa kok bisa ada surat panggilan dan mengetahui yang mana struktur daripada bangunan aku ini nggak benar. Kalau seandainya struktur bangunan aku ini nggak benar, dan pihak bank mungkin tidak akan mengeluarkan kredit ke aku gitu. Jadi
So I have a question. What I wanted to say is, when I bought this property on 2006, I had to go through all the things before the bank will be able to issue the credit for me to buy the property, to buy my house. So on 2006, I went through all the inspection, and the bank was actually approved my credit for my mortgage. It's from Citizen Bank. And so far, there is no problem whatsoever. And I had no idea what's going on until for the past few months that all of a sudden I got a letter saying that something is wrong with my structure of my property. So I had no clue what's going on, because if there was something wrong with my property, meaning the bank's not supposed to be able to issue me the credit, and the inspection wasn't even passed.
Okay, Tom, could you give us a little bit and let the people know what's going on?
So the violation was issued in 2020.
Wait, Lynn Rydell Huber, let the interpreter, sorry, Tom.
Oh.
After, let the interpreter interpret what Wayne just said.
Okay.
Tadi dia itu minta bagian yang license inspection untuk memberitahu apa kesalahannya. Dia minta kepada Mr. Thomas untuk memberitahu kesalahannya, kenapa sampai dikeluarkan surat itu.
Okay.
So in September of 2022, the property at 1930 Moore Street.
Pada bulan September tahun 2022 ditemukan di rumah di properti alamat 1930 Moore.
Was inspected and declared unsafe for a bulge of the front wall. That also, the property at 1932 Moore Street was issued the same type of violation.
Can you hear me? Because I lost you completely.
Yes, but so at the same time that 1930 Moore Street, in September of 2022, the following property next door at 1932 was also issued an unsafe case for the front wall being bulged.
Pada saat yang sama tahun 2022 bulan September itu, rumah yang di sebelah juga diberikan pelanggaran yang sama dengan masalah temboknya itu. Tidak aman, kondisinya tidak aman.
Kondisi tidak aman. Okay.
So my question was, were you disagreeing with the designation of the property being unsafe, or were you asking for time to evaluate and repair the property?
Sekarang pertanyaan saya itu adalah, kamu itu tidak setuju dengan penelitian kami bahwa rumah itu tidak aman untuk kamu tempat tinggal, ataukah kamu membutuhkan waktu untuk memperbaiki?
Ya, aku jawaban yang kedua itu. Soalnya untuk saat sekarang for the situasi sulit, aku mengalami kesulitan keuangan juga dengan segala macam problemnya. Jadi aku ingin memperbaiki. Tetapi di satu pihak aku terbentur dengan masalah keuangan gitu loh. Aku ada keinginan untuk memperbaiki kesalahan dari rumahku, tetapi aku masih menghadapi masalah keuangan gitu loh.
I accept actually that you found out about the house is not being safe for us, and we're thankful for that. And I wanted to fix it too. But the problem right now, I wanted to go to the second option that I needed time to fix my house. I having a little bit of financial problem with all the things that going on right now. Everything is being went up. I don't have much money to fix it. I want to fix it. I just don't have the money.
Aku juga soalnya baru keluar dari situasi anak-anak itu baru selesai kuliah, baru graduate gitu loh. Jadi mereka nggak punya uang untuk bantu aku. Jadi.
And also that's because all my children just finished with the college. And I really don't have much money right now to fix everything. They haven't got settled yet. They haven't have anything to help me yet.
Okay. So in the interest of time, I'll share my packet with the board, the photos that were taken during the inspections. They illustrate it's very hard to show a bulged wall in a photograph rendering, but I'll do my best. But at the end of the hearing, or the end of the evidence packet, I'll be petitioning the board for a variance for a permit within 90 days. And with that said, I'll share my screen.
Dia tuh mau memberikan ditunjukkan kepada kamu yang mana yang nggak aman, yang mana yang ada bulge-nya, yang mana yang rapuh. Jadi di situ nanti dia akan membagikan, sudah tahu. Ya, tapi dia ingin menunjukkan.
Iya.
Okay, Tom.
Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Bisa semua lihat? Yes.
So this is the front of the property. The neighboring property. This is 1932 Moore. The property with the yellow siding is 1930 Moore Street.
Yang ditunjukkan fotonya sekarang ini yang punyanya sebelah rumah 1932. Yang kuning itu rumah kamu.
Ya, itu udah dibangun sekarang itu. Sudah jadi rumah apartemen baru itu sekarang. Yang
32.
Iya, sudah jadi apartemen, new apartment. They already built the.
They already rebuilt with a new apartment.
Yes, I'm getting to that.
Ya, tunggu sebentar.
So in September of 2022, these were the photographs that were taken. The bulge is essentially in this area between the two properties.
Kamu ngelihat di situ temboknya ditunjukkan oleh kursor yang ada di sana.
Iya.
Kerapuan itu ada di antara dua properti, ada di antara dua rumah.
Iya.
So there's another set of photographs taken September 19th of 2022.
Ada lagi foto yang diambil pada tanggal 19 September 2022.
You can see that it's starting to separate right at the air conditioner, as there's a good separation between the front wall and the vinyl siding that's attached to the property.
Kamu ngelihat kan itu ada gapnya, mulai membenggang antara AC-nya dengan temboknya. Itu lihat di kayunya itu ada mulai membenggang.
Iya.
That's a photograph of the posting of the property, and again another vantage point of the frontage of the property taken September 19th of 2022.
Itu ada tulisannya, dikasih petunjuk bahwa tempat ini tidak aman untuk tinggal dan juga foto yang lain.
These were photographs taken September of 2022.
Ini juga foto yang diambil pada pada bulan September 2022.
This is a set of photographs taken in November of 2022.
Dan ini foto yang diambil bulan November 2022.
Another set of photographs taken on that same time.
Dan juga foto yang lain yang diambil pada hari yang sama.
A set of photographs taken January of 2023.
Dan yang ini diambil pada bulan Januari 2023.
And now you have a set of photographs taken in April of 2024.
Dan ini bulan April tahun 2024.
I'd also like to point out that there is vinyl siding missing at the roof soffit area that is allowing water or allowing weather to penetrate and get behind this vinyl siding and to the brickwork or the masonry work of this front wall.
Dan kamu lihat di atas itu, ada potongannya yang lepas, yang hilang, itu akan membuat air itu bisa masuk ke dalam tembok yang ada di depan rumah dan akan membuatnya semakin rapuh.
Another set of photographs, one on the left from July of 2024, the other on the right from April of 2024. Another set of photographs from July of 2024. And I think we can all see what the condition of the property is. Essentially, the department would be looking for a permit to be under review within 90 days. With that, I'll rest.
Maksud
Okay. What?
Yeah.
What kind of time is Mr. Christian looking for?
So, interpreter, Desi,
Interpreter. step.
The interpreter? Daisy.
I need an
No, no,
interpreter.
no, no, no. Interpreter, you need to interpret what Mr. Miller said before the witness can answer.
Daisy, are you there?
No more. So maybe
Hold on.
Silence.
Don't-
Yeah.
Debbie, can you try to chat with her
Yeah.
to ask her
Yeah,
if she's
if-
having connection issues?
I think she was the one during the pictures.
But she
Yeah.
didn't repeat Tom's recommendation
Yeah,
of 90 days.
right.
And she had stated she was having connection issues and couldn't hear.
Probably trying to call, she wasn't putting her cover. Bring it on, yeah.
There she is.
I apologize. I do not know what was going on. All of a sudden, I got disconnected from my video. I
That's
am
it,
so
Daisy.
sorry.
No problem. Things happen. Tom was saying that his recommendation was 90 days to have a permit under, getting a permit to proceed to do the work. The work doesn't have to be finished in 90 days. It has to be, he just has to get a permit within 90 days. Apply for a permit. If you could relay that to Mr. Christian. Yeah.
Oke,
Maksudnya apa,
Ah.
Desi?
jadi maksudnya begini, kamu dikasih
Oh.
waktu 90 hari untuk
Iya.
nge-apply surat izin memperbaiki rumah.
Oh,
Karena kalau memperbaiki rumah, kalau sudah terlibat dengan bagian license and inspection seperti ini, kamu
Iya.
harus menunjukkan kepada mereka bahwa kamu mempunyai izin untuk membangun rumah, membenarkan rumah tersebut sesuai dengan code
Oh.
yang mereka minta. Jadi
Iya.
kamu diberikan waktu 90 hari untuk minta permitnya, minta izinnya untuk
Iya.
membetulkan rumah itu, bukan berarti dalam waktu 90 hari harus selesai, bukan.
Iya. Jadi aku harus minta permit dulu ya, step pertama ya.
So the first step that I have to get the permit first.
Yes, within 90 days.
Dalam waktu 90 hari, iya.
Iya.
The first thing though, I think is, if you're asking, it calls for an engineer's, report and recommendations.
Yeah.
So the engineer would need to inspect the property, and give recommendations, and that would be part of the application for the, permit.
Oke.
Bagian dari aplikasi itu adalah kamu ada orang yang seperti engineering,
Engineering.
seperti yang memang punya ahlinya memperbaiki rumah ya. Tapi kalau bisa yang ada license-nya, jangan
Iya.
bukan orang biasa, menunjukkan apa saja yang perlu diperbaiki dari rumah tersebut dan itu dimasukkan ke dalam license-nya itu. Itu syaratnya kamu harus menunjukkan apa saja yang harus diperbaiki.
Iya, aku mungkin minta tolong apa mereka bisa kayak itu untuk bagian license-nya itu untuk apa, untuk memperbaiki rumah itu gimana gitu. Aku soalnya kurang paham mengenai soal gini.
I'm
Gimana?
actually not having any knowledge how to apply for the license. Is there any way that someone actually can let me know and show me how to get the license to fix the house?
Tom?
So the appellant would need to engage the services of a design professional or engineer.
Kamu harus menghubungi orang yang yang bisa memperbaiki rumah itu atau paling tidak bisa melihat, menyelidiki dan mencari tahu, namanya engineering.
That engineer would come up with the means and methods on repairing the front of the property.
Orang tersebut akan menulis dan menemukan cara untuk bagaimana membenarkan dan memperbaiki rumah tersebut.
Depending upon the scope of work, meaning the detailed repairs required.
Tergantung dengan bagaimana tipe kerjaannya, kemungkinan ada juga akan dimintain detailnya dari dalam-dalamnya apa saja yang harus dikerjakan.
You would need to employ the services of a contractor.
Setelah itu kamu harus membayar orang yang akan melakukan pekerjaan tersebut.
And that individual, whether the engineer or the contractor, would have to apply for the Make Safe permit.
Apply for what? I'm sorry.
It's called a Make Safe permit.
Orang yang akan membenarkan rumah tersebut harus mempunyai namanya Make Safe permit. Jadi terserah kamu mau suruh orang siapa, mau suruh orang Indo atau mau suruh orang siapapun. Tetapi orang itu sebelum membenarkan dan memperbaiki rumah Anda, dia harus nge-apply permit namanya Make Safe permit. Atau kalau kamu mau menggunakan orang yang memang sudah mempunyai license atau permit tersebut.
Okay.
Daisy, ask Mr. Christian, does he have any questions of us?
Sampai saat ini, Pak Audi, apakah ada pertanyaan?
Whether it's the length of time, how much time he thinks he might need. Ellen and I's given him 90 days, but if he needed a little bit more to get the permit before he can get started, because he's probably a little hamstrung with money, but see if he has an opinion what he would
Ya,
like to do.
Desi, aku minta agak perpanjangan waktu dikit bisa ya. Soalnya aku kesulitan finansial bener aku.
Is there any way that you can give me a little bit more time so I can try to save up more money? I am having problem with the financial situation right now with the many things that's going on.
Tom, what do you think about that?
I'd be okay to pushing to 120 days.
Dikasih 120 hari gimana? 4 bulan.
4 bulan. Oke.
Okay?
Can I,
If-
can I
4
ask a
bulan. 4 bulan untuk apply permit.
Untuk nge-apply permit ya.
Can I
Oke.
ask a question? Is this his primary residence where he actually lives?
Ini rumah utamamu yang tempat kamu tinggal ya? Apa
Iya.
dipakai orang lain?
Since I
Yeah.
coming United States, since I buy the property in 2006.
One,
Ya. Oke. Ya. Ya aku. Ya. Oh oke. Desi suruh translate ya.
Is that his primary residence? Daisy asked Mr.
Kamu-
Christian that.
Kamu benar tinggal di situ nggak? Tempat lain itu tempat tinggal utama kamu?
Iya.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So 120 days, we're willing to give Mr. Christian to get a permit.
I vote for 120 days.
Desi, aku ada pertanyaan kan. Kalau aku kurang mengerti, apa ini kesalahan memang sepenuhnya dibebankan ke aku karena seperti aku sudah katakan sebelumnya kan kita melalui proses pembelian rumah ini sudah sesuai prosedural gitu loh. Dan kenapa tiba-tiba kan dalam waktu hampir 20 tahun baru kali ini kejadian ini tiba-tiba ini aku seperti kayak mimpi gitu loh. Karena nggak menyangka kok hal ini bisa terjadi gitu loh.
I just want to know, and I do have a question. One question: is this everything that happened is going to be put blame on me? Because, like I said before, when we bought this house, when I bought this house, everything was okay, and I went through everything that I had to do before I'm buying the house. And after about almost 20 years, all of a sudden this pop up, and it's actually shocked me.
After that amount of time, things can change in a property, and this may have been the result of many things happening over 20 years, maybe water infiltration, maintenance. That can happen for brick homes in Philadelphia.
Memang waktu kamu beli rumah itu dulu memang sudah benar melewati inspeksi yang ada, ya kan? Tetapi namanya rumah tembok, dalamnya kayu, luarnya tembok. Dengan berjalannya waktu, apalagi rumah itu sudah berumur 20 tahun, pasti akan lama-lama menjadi aus. Itu yang terjadi. Apalagi di Philadelphia terkena hujan, terkena angin, terkena panas, terkena salju. Lama-lama itu jadi aus. Akhirnya seperti itu.
Oh.
Okay.
Mr. Christian, one recommendation. I would, as soon as you're able, have an engineer inspect it, and they will determine what the extent of work that's needed to repair it. That way you'll be able to have a better sense of the cost of that, and then you'll know what in terms of the time, whether you're able to handle that or whether you'll need more time.
Okay.
Kalau bisa, Pak Audi, usahakan cari engineering secepatnya dalam waktu yang sudah ditentukan ini sama mengumpulkan uang kan. Nanti setelah itu dia akan meneliti dan memeriksa kerusakannya. Dia akan mencari tahu berapa lama yang dibutuhkan untuk membenarkan. Itu hanya rekomendasi dia ya.
Iya.
Supaya dia tuh bisa memberitahu Pak Audi berapa lama waktu yang dibutuhkan, berapa banyak biaya yang dibutuhkan, apa saja yang harus dilakukan. Jadi paling tidak Pak Audi itu bisa mencari kesempatan untuk mengerti apa yang harus dilakukan dalam waktu kedepannya, berapa lama uang yang harus diadakan, apa yang bisa dilakukan, atau mungkin bisa bekerja sama dengan engineering-nya. Oke?
Ya Desi, aku minta seperti yang aku utarakan tadi itu kalau mereka bisa ada kasih punya pandangan apa mereka kan lebih lama. Aku kan nggak mengerti apa-apa tentang mereka mengetahui mengenai engineering apa yang soalnya kan banyak sekali engineering di sini. Aku nggak tahu mana yang baik, mana yang kurang baik atau apa. Kamu selesai itu kan risky kan untuk aku gitu.
Do you have
Kalau
any
bisa
recommendation? do you have any recommendation? Because I'm actually don't know anything about it. This is the first time that happened to me, so I'm actually have no clue what to do. If you have any recommendation of which engineering that good or it's not that good or the one that I can use, maybe it'll be great for me if you can give me the list so I can go through the list, or you can just let me know what to do with it.
Go ahead, Tom, answer that.
So the department cannot
Yeah.
give specific recommendations.
You can give a list, right? You can give the list and tell them.
We
where to-
can, or we can direct you to LNI's website, which has a drop-down menu of licensed contractors throughout the city.
Mereka tidak bisa memberikan rekomendasi siapa yang harus Anda gunakan, Pak Audi. Tapi kalau
No.
Pak Audi masuk di komputer di websitenya License and Inspection, di situ itu ada di bawahnya menu drop down bagian bawah, akan tertulis di sana kontraktor-kontraktor atau engineering yang ada di City Philadelphia.
Be fair warned. Those contractors, whoever they are, do your homework and ask for references.
Tapi satu lagi, kalau kamu menghubungi kontraktor yang ada di daftar sana, oke, jangan asal menerima saja. Kamu telepon dia, tanya cari tahu identitasnya, detailnya, terus apa saja, kamu seperti interview. Setelah itu, kamu tanya sama dia, kamu punya referensi siapa orang yang bisa, kamu kasih tahu aku untuk mereferensikan kamu. Jadi dengan kata lain, kamu pastikan bahwa orang tersebut tidak akan menipu Anda dan melakukan pekerjaannya dengan baik.
Okay.
Lynn Riedlhuber, Board Counsel, we didn't actually have a full vote. Can you just make the recommendation and every single board member then,
Yeah, we'll make a recommendation that 120 days to get the permit. I'm in favor of it.
Yeah.
I'm in favor of 120 days to have applied for the permit.
To apply for the permit.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
All right. Okay, 120 days to apply for the permit and get working. And if there's any issues, get Tom's number and give him a call.
120 hari AK 4 bulan alias 4 bulan untuk mendapatkan surat izinnya, permitnya. Setelah itu, kalau ada pertanyaan apapun, silahkan telepon ke Thomas, Pak Thomas.
Okay.
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 All right. Good luck.
Thank you
Oke,
very much.
terima kasih ya.
And just
Alright.
note that
Terima kasih, Desi.
Sama-sama.
Ms. Richardson's going to give Audi a list with Tom's phone number on it and Tom's information.
Nanti setelah sebelum Pak Audi pulang, akan diberikan daftar nomor teleponnya Thomas itu, Tom, yang bagian license and inspection. Jika ada masalah atau butuh bantuan apa, silakan telepon dia.
Iya, iya. Terima kasih. Thank you,
Sama-sama.
everyone.
Alright.
Okay, good luck. Thank you.
Anything else I can help you with?
No, that's fine. That's fine.
All right. Thank you so much for using our service. Have a good day, everyone.
You too now. See you, Daisy.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Race Street.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a good one, all right?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay, is everyone ready?
Mr. Miller, I have an indication that Mr. Rybakowski has an agreement to read in for case number 2.
Sure.
That's MI 2025-001-251 for the property 1038 Ray Street.
I believe it's 10:30 to 10:38.
I'm sorry, thank you, 1030 to 1038.
Okay, Tom, go ahead. Well, raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes.
All right, give us your story.
I also see on the call today or in the meeting today, Mr. Rand is here representing the appellant. I've had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Rand this morning. There is a issued permit for the repair of this property. Work has been going on. There is a final inspection that needs to be completed with documentation provided to the department, and then the violation would be marked complied. With that said, the agreement is 60 days to complete the work under that permit, and that stay of enforcement.
Okay. Mr. Rand, are you a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I don't have to swear you in. Is that okay? You okay with that agreement?
Yes.
Okay, all right, good luck, guys, all right?
Thanks, everybody.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
I believe there's also an update for the next item on the list. That's MI 2025-002-782-6224 Buist Avenue.
Okay. Tom, raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about this?
For the property at 6224 Buist Avenue, there is a permit under review. I had the opportunity to speak to the appellant this morning. There is an agreement between the appellant and the department that a permit would be in our system. Since there is a permit in the system, the permit would be obtained and work started within 60 days.
Okay, and who's here from Buist Avenue?
Win.
Okay, are you okay with that agreement?
Yes.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Can we say the agreement again? I'm not
Tom,
quite
can
sure
you
what
say
it
the
is.
agreement again, please?
The agreement is to have the permit issued and work started within 60 days.
Right.
And can we also get the full name of Sue?
Hi, Win.
Hey, it's
H-A-I
AI.
N-G-U-Y-E-N?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
Bringing your attention to item number 4 on today's list. That's MI 2025-002-902. That's 4923R through 47 North 16th Street, number 27. I believe Mr. Robakowski has an update.
Okay, what's the late appeal? Oh, the late appeal was granted. Okay. All right.
He has an update on the case, sir.
Okay. Go ahead, Tom.
Mr. Miller, if you can, you already agreed to the late agreement last time, so there's no issue with regard to late agreement.
Okay, no problem. All right. Tom, raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, all truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Okay, tell me a little bit about this case.
This matter is closed in our system. The please mark moot complied.
Okay, it's complied.
And item 5 on today's list, sir, that's MI 2025-002-997-1102 South 52nd Street. Mr. Robakowski, I believe, has a similar update to that case.
Let's hear it, Tom. Raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, all truth, nothing but the truth. What do you got?
Yes. I
Okay,
had the opportunity to speak to the appellant's representation who actually requested a continuance, but there is no continuance required in that this case is closed and marked closed in our system, rendering it moot complied.
okay. Okay, Tom, thank you. Right there. Go ahead, Phil, next case. Next is refusals.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That completed our violation cases, sir. The next item is a refusal. It's item 6, MI 2025-004-198 for 2110 East York Street. Harry Cook Esquire is the appellant, and Mr. Cook is present on the call.
Okay,
On that note,
he's on
may
the
I be
phone.
excused?
Mr. Cook, you on the phone?
I am on the phone. I'm just trying to get my
Moment.
camera working
Tom just
here.
asked-
Oh, okay, there you go. All
There
right.
we go.
We don't have to swear you in. Tom, I'm swearing you in. Oh, no, I don't have to. No.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, if I may.
Yeah, you can be excused, Tom. See you later. Thanks, pal.
Thank you.
All right. I will get started, Mr. Cook. My name's
Mr.
Wayne Miller, board member.
Amy Rivera, board member.
Ted Agus, board member.
Pretty correct, board member.
Lynn Riedel-Huber, board counsel. I think Mr. Kelly has a question.
Who?
Mr. Chairman, I believe
Yes.
this matter was called for 2 PM and I'm still waiting on my clients to join the Zoom. I don't see them in the waiting room.
Okay, we can wait. We'll just move on to the next case, and we only have
Thank
one
you.
case left anyway. All right?
Thank you so much.
All right, Mr. Cook, no problem.
Those are both scheduled for 2 PM, sir, and there's no one here. for the
Okay,
last-
what will everybody doing? Okay. All right. Who is here? Is York Street here?
We are all here. Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Cook, that's good. Is anybody else going to be testifying for York Street?
Yes, I have architect Matthew Yoder here and also my client Lisa Benini. If I could just have her adopt my presentation as her testimony, that would
Is
be
that
great.
Lisa? Okay, Lisa, you're going to be testifying. Could you please raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, is Thomas with you too?
Matthew Yoder,
Is Matthew, where you at, Matthew? Okay, you're not a lawyer, are you, Matthew?
architect.
Okay, raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth? The other right hand.
Yes.
Ah, it's a boy.
Sorry, mousing at the same time to speak here.
Swear to tell the
So-
truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Go ahead.
I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Just say I do, that's all.
I do.
Okay, anybody else?
That's it.
Okay, all right, we'll get started. I'm Wayne Miller, board member.
Amy Rivera, board member.
Ed Ives, board member.
Pretty Bright, board member.
Lynn Riddlehuber, board counsel.
Matthew Wojcik, and supervisor.
Okay, could you read that into the record?
Deborah Richardson, Boards Administration, and this is case number 6 on today's agenda. MI 2025-004198 for 2110 East York Street.
Okay, whoever's going to do the case, please go continue.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, I'll be doing that. I'm just going to share my screen.
Sure.
Okay. Members of the board, Mr. Chairman, thank you. Harry Cook here on behalf of appellant. This is 2110 East York Street. This property is essentially a back-to-back trinity. In front, there is a unit. In back, there is a unit. They're
Mr.
both
Cook, which one is it?
the beautiful red door here.
Okay, got it. Okay.
And you access, as we go through the photos, I'm just going to take it through the interior. I'm going to give it a little background of the history of the property, and then I'm going to bring Mr. Yoder on to speak to the refusals and our position on them. This property, as Mr. Yoder will testify, in all likelihood was converted in excess of 60 years ago to 2 units. Prior to the 1969 adoption of the code, but for a very sparse Hansen file, I believe this would have qualified for a A1301 R1 pre-code certification. Unfortunately, there is no early records of either violations or certificates or zoning approvals previously. In 2005, 2 prior owners to my client attempted to legalize a pre-existing 2-unit, and they abandoned that zoning application. In 2024, Miss Benini and her late husband, Andrew Wagaman, came to our firm to take them through the zoning process after they realized they did not have a CO. And again, prior to 1969, COs for 1 and 2 unit structures were not issued COs. And we took them through the zoning process and successfully presented the case to the board, wherein they understood the pre-existing non-conforming use within the pre-existing non-conforming structure and granted the variance. So I'm going to just go through some photos so you have a kind of an idea of what we're dealing with. This is Unit A. Unit B enters through the gate here. Just some interior photos, just so you get an idea of how well kept the property is and how beautiful it is. This is the rear unit. And here we are in the front unit. Oh. And Mr. Yoder will go into like the size of these units and why some of the requirements would be impracticable in light of the long-standing existence of this property as 2 units. Here's a beautiful picture of a rear yard. And in addition, just so you have a better feel for how the rear yard and access to the Unit B functions, here's the rear door. Here is the access way. Let's see where the other photo is. Here you go. So you kind of get an idea there. And here is the internal passageway to the rear. My clients purchased the property in 2009. At the time, it was again demised exactly as you see it. They have done some cosmetic work. Here is a picture of the front of the property in 2015. Really no changes to the bones of the property whatsoever. And with that, before I pass it, call Mr. Yoder to testify to support if any questions about the history that I've presented.
Can you just quickly recap, what is the refusal? What is it that you are asking for forgiveness?
Sure. So Mr. Yoder is actually going to go into the refusals and the requested relief. I don't want to step on him. If that's the case, I could just call Lisa Benini to adopt my testimony and move on to Mr. Yoder.
I do, yes.
Is that okay, Mr. Chairman and members?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Benini, you're
Yes,
sworn in already. Did you hear my presentation to the board?
I did, yes.
Was it true and accurate to the best of your knowledge and understanding?
Yes, the only change is that the first pictures were of the front unit and the furnished pictures were of the back unit, but otherwise everything is correct.
Thank you. I apologize for that. And do you accept my presentation and offer of proof as your own testimony?
I do, yes.
Thank you. With that, I'd like to call Mr. Yoder to address the refusals and the requested relief.
Hello.
Mr. Yoder,
Yes,
you're the architect on this project?
I am the architect on this project, yes.
And you also have a little more background on this property. You were in it back when my clients took ownership vis-a-vis your friendship with Mr. Wagaman. Is that correct?
That is correct. I've been longtime friends with Dan and Lisa and really got to know Dan about the time that he purchased this house. My impression when I first saw the house was, oh, cool. It's like those Trinities that are on the southwest section of the city, just north of South Street, except this one is back to back, and didn't think much of it beyond that at the time. Since then, Lisa has been working to. They discovered that they didn't have a C of O for the second dwelling, and so they were working to rectify that, and I've been assisting.
Thank you. And Mr. Yoder, could you go through the refusals issued by L&I and how, they relate to practicability and our requested relief?
Yes. So the plans examiner listed 4 comments of refusal. The first 4 are all related towards to egress from Unit B, which is the rear unit. The first one is means of egress for change of use to an equal or lower hazard category. Reason for refusal: newly constructed or configured means of egress shall comply with the requirements of Chapter 10 of the Philadelphia Building Code. Number 2, exit discharge. The exit discharge shall not re-enter the building, whereas the tunnel alley is being repurposed as part of the required means of egress for Unit B, which will require occupants to leave the building and re-enter going through the tunnel alley to East York Street. Number 3, exit discharge width or capacity. The minimum width required capacity of the exit discharge shall be not less than the minimum width or required capacity of the exits being served, whereas the tunnel alley being repurposed as part of the required means of egress and functioning as an exit discharge component is required to be at least 32 inches wide due to the required width of exterior door of Unit B. The existing tunnel alley is only 26 inches wide. The fourth comment, size of doors. Door openings shall provide a minimum clear opening width of 32 inches, whereas the tunnel alley door being repurposed as part of the required means of egress through Unit B is only 26 inches wide. So we are asking for relief to accept the existing width of the tunnel alley, so it can serve as the primary means of egress from Unit B.
From our
Thank you, Mr.
from prior
Mi-
cases, this is consistent with something that we would.
Can't hear you.
I'm sorry, this is the reporter. I cannot hear.
Yeah, and I'm sorry because my computer conked out, so I'm borrowing here. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, okay. This is similar to many cases we've seen in the past. We're generally comfortable with the dimensional discrepancies. Our biggest concern is what is the rating of the enclosure, both, and it looked like a brick wall between, the egress tunnel and the house. What about the ceiling of that? Is there a, the separation, the rating of the roof over that?
Correct. So the tunnel alley, I believe it has a tongue and groove wood ceiling. However, we could replace this with fire rock or stucco to create a rated separation for the tunnel alley, and it would function like an egress corridor in effect. You are correct to state that the adjoining walls are brick masonry. They are at least 2 wides thick. What you see here on the right is the adjacent property, and on the left is the brick wall to units A and B.
I think we're fine with those. The only issue in terms of the ceiling, can you determine what the rating is? We're not necessarily requiring it. I guess that's something we would talk about. But in addition, sorry, in terms of, re-entering the building and so on, again, we, from precedent, we've dealt with something like this quite often. So I don't know if you can determine the ceiling rating, or how do we feel about that?
They will provide it to our rating. They'll have to provide it to our rating. It's not.
That's right.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
You good with that?
No, I have some questions.
All right. No,
How are you currently using it, as 2 separate houses?
It's 2 separate units, yes.
How are they currently using it? Are they living in one and renting the other?
Lisa, you can answer the question.
Okay. Yeah, I live in Unit B, the rear unit. I've lived here since Daniel and I bought it. The front unit is unoccupied, other than some friends staying there while they do a minor renovation on their home next door. So they're not paying rent. They're not my tenants. I just let them use the empty space for a few weeks, but I don't rent it out. It's unoccupied, other than some friends crashing there for a brief period of time.
Well, Harry referred to this as an egress, passage. Is it actually the way you use it for access to the rear unit?
It is, yeah. That gate is essentially my front door into my property. Everything comes in
Oh.
through the tunnel alley.
Got it.
I also wanted to note that on Google Maps, I cannot see any ghosting or anything of a party wall between the two houses. Can we confirm that there is a 2-hour rating between those two houses, those two units? Again, there's no brick wall that looks like it's coming above the roof.
So between the units, there is presently a partition that has 1/2-inch drywall on each side. The existing building code has some provisions where that might be considered a 1-hour partition. As I read into the code, separation between units of two dwelling residences, I believe that 1 hour is the separation that's required. In the building permit that we submitted that was refused, we proposed adding an extra layer of 1/2-inch gypsum board to each side, improving that, and also extending a fire baffle up into the attic space, which presently doesn't have a separation. That, to the best of my study, would meet the requirements of the code for separation.
Okay, and I'm assuming the owners will eventually get a rental license, depending on how this gets used?
That's correct.
Okay.
And the scope of work currently it seems to be just to make an application for a certificate of occupancy, or are there actually renovations being proposed as part of this refusal?
That's correct. Again, in the best of all possible worlds, there would have been more of a history, and this would have been an administrative permit application.
So why wasn't? That's my question.
6 in one, half a dozen the other at this point, because we wouldn't have had the historical data to get through a 1310 review.
Okay, and then for LNI, so this is basically a request for a CO, but because it's not an existing two-family, I guess, CO, it was submitted as alterations. There's no actual renovation going on.
That's correct.
I mean, they are adding.
Well, there
sorry.
are renovations in terms of coming up to code, and Matthew can speak to something in addition.
Yeah, if I might share my screen.
Yeah,
Sure. Let me stop sharing mine.
Just to add, because the way the refusal is written, it says newly constructed means of egress. I don't know what's being newly constructed based on the photographs.
Nothing is being newly constructed other than improvements to the fire ratings between the units.
Okay.
It's
all existing.
And also on that point, when you put in a building permit and there's no history of any changes, from 1 unit to 2 unit, they make you treat it as though it is new construction on some of these applications, depending on the examiner.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to just confirm with LNI to make sure we're all on the same page.
It's newly constructed or configured.
Configured, right.
That's the part.
Right.
As far as we knew, it was used as an emergency escape and egress, like, tunnel alley.
Exactly.
Now we know it's not used as that. It's being used as the means of egress.
Right.
To get to the public right away for Unit B in the back.
Understood. Okay.
But I always quote the whole section. I don't just.
Thank you, Mr. Wojcik.
Okay.
So can everybody see my screen with the building plans presently?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so here the second plan is at the first floor. It shows East York Street at the bottom of the screen. There's a 12-foot sidewalk. Here is the 26-inch wide tunnel alley passage. This is Unit A in the front. All the rooms stack up right in a row. Unit B, all the rooms stack up right in a row. And the purpose of this permit was to improve the separation between Unit A and Unit B by adding that extra layer of gypsum board and paying attention to some fire sealing at penetrations, etc.
Thank you, Mr. Yoder.
Matthew Wojcik, is it a 1 hour or 2 hour rating that would be required in that party wall? Well, the demising wall.
Yeah, it's just a demising wall between units, so it would just be 1 hour.
Okay, thank you.
Matthew, can you also confirm that should we improve the ceiling to the existing passage, that would need to be 1 hour or 2 hour?
I don't believe there would be any explicit requirements to make that that ceiling assembly any rating. So it's not like I could require it to be rated. It's something the board could ask for. But like if it was left unrated and the board said nothing, I couldn't make you do it, if you know what I mean.
Understood.
We always ask for a 2 hour rating when someone has to get out of a backyard and that's their only way out.
I think that's
Right.
absolutely reasonable.
And what's the use of the basement
Mechanicals.
in both sides? Or both units?
That's correct.
Matthew, can you speak to it?
Yes, the both existing basements have the hot water heater. Each unit has separate heat, ventilation, and each unit has washer and dryer.
And what is the ceiling height for the basement?
The ceiling height is it's gosh. 1 second here. If you bear with me, I can measure this. I don't have this at my fingertips, but I believe it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 6'6", 6'8".
And the basement demising wall is masonry.
Correct.
Okay.
For if I may interject, for part of it, the masonry wall extends to here, and then there are 2 layers of gypsum board on each side of wood framing from this segment over between the stairs.
The refusal
So-
calls for an emergency exit from the basement. Is that required if it's based on the utility use?
So there are a few exceptions that apply based on the code, but also and Ellen, I can answer this, but it seems to be a matter of interpretation because there is no work being performed or being proposed as part of that other than this improving of the fire rating. So I guess the logic is that it's because they're establishing the second unit. And again, Ellen, I can correct what I'm saying if it's incorrect. They consider an existing basement as being reconfigured because it now has 2 units in it.
Yes, that's it. Because like it's essentially like presumed before that there was not as much of a separation between those 2 areas of the basement. So like I say in refusal, Unit B does not have an emergency escape and rescue opening.
Yeah. And then
like specifically Unit B, since you split the units like that, suddenly that rear part of the basement doesn't have one.
Yeah. The appeal for the emergency escape and rescue refusal item isn't an equivalency request. They're saying it doesn't apply because they cited an exception.
Yes,
seems to be a-
so if
Let me try and look
I
at those
if I
exceptions.
could read that in, per Building Code 1030.1, exception 3, basements without habitable spaces having not more than 200 square feet in floor area should not be required to have an emergency escape and rescue opening. The area in Unit B basement is 163 square feet, less than the 200 square foot threshold, therefore exempt by exception.
Did you relay that to the examiner at any point?
No, because we knew that the egress was the primary issue. The egress from Unit B was the primary issue, and so we asked for the refusal. So this response was not sent to the examiner.
Okay.
Are there any other questions that I might answer?
Okay, we're good. We're good with the granting the variance.
With the provisos that the partition, the demising partition up the middle will have a 1 hour rating up into the attic. And that the tunnel will have a 2 hour rating. And we're okay with the width of the openings of the passageway and the lack of egress from the utility basement.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, members of the
All
board,
right,
Mr.
guys.
Chairman. Thank
I'm in
you.
agreement.
Okay, Ted, you in agreement?
Yes.
I'm in agreement. Aim?
I'm in agreement.
I'm in agreement.
Okay, good luck, guys.
Thank you. May we be
Thank you.
dismissed?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm huge. I'm 5'8", 5'8". Oh, yeah. Yes, yes. Okay. Here we go. Is everyone here for 1713 North Front Street?
Yes, I'm Thomas from Cano Design representing the project.
Okay, it's just going to be you testifying, Thomas?
That is correct.
Okay, good. We'll get started. I'm Wayne Miller, board member.
Amy Rivera, board member.
Ted August, board member.
Pretty correct, board member.
Lynn Rydell Huber, board counsel.
Matthew Ojik, and I supervisor.
Deborah Richardson, Boards Administration.
Okay, Deb, could you read that into the record, please?
Okay, this is case number 7 on today's agenda. MI 2025-004576 for 1713 North Front Street. Thomas Keller is in the room today.
Thomas, you want to proceed with the case?
Of course. Basically,
Excuse me, pardon me, this is the reporter. Could the witness be sworn?
Of course.
Okay, Thomas, could you please raise your right hand, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, go ahead, Thomas.
Okay, so we are seeking a variance to use a combustible stair in a type 1A construction podium for our project. And we are following the guidelines as listed out in IPC 2021 and using a 3-hour stair enclosure, which with all compliant materials. We've sought out this same amendment before with previous projects and also have a letter from the International Code Council depicting this change as compliant within IBC 2021.
And what levels will this stair be between?
Just the basement and the first floor. This is just the podium and the rest of the building is a type 3B construction. So we will be using just a 3-hour stair enclosure assembly. And yes, just for the basement and the first floor.
Good with it? Ted, you good with it? Okay, I'm good with it.
I agree.
I agree. Yep.
Okay, good luck, my man.
All right, really appreciate it, you guys.
All right, pal, talk to you. Okay. I'd say, do your homework before you get here. Perfect.
Stop recording?
Yeah.
Okay, we're all good?
John,